All right, Steve, it is officially spatula season, and you are dropping new recruiting prediction machine picks almost every day. You had a new one this week for Julian Lewis to Colorado. We have that in a video that you and I did on this channel. Go check that out if you haven't yet. But Julian Lewis trending heavily to the Colorado Buffaloes. Before we get into some of these new picks, Steve, I want to review at least one old pick here, and that is Lamont Rogers, one of the best offensive tackles in America. He's from the state of Texas, committed to Mizzou, but you have an old pick for him to the Texas A&M Aggies. Steve, how you feeling about that one today?
Still feel strong about it. Texas A&M hoping to get Lamont Rogers back on campus again this weekend, but regardless of which, I like the way it's trending for the Aggies. The relationship with Trooper Taylor, him leading the charge, the season that Texas A&M's having, he could see himself being very successful for offensive line coach Adam Cushing, the culture that Mike Elko has instilled in the program, and then A&M pouring a lot into it. When you talk about the offensive line targets, the remaining targets on the board for Texas A&M, there is none higher than Lamont Rogers, and I think that recruitment is still going well for them as they push for this top 10 class.
All right, enough with the old picks. Let's talk about a new pick that you put in this morning. It came moments after FSU lost Tramell Jones. He put out a note on Twitter saying that he is decommitting from the Seminoles, and you got a new prediction for Florida State to land a quarterback.
Yeah, Carter Smith, the reigning Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Florida. I like the Seminoles to ultimately add him to their class, and there was a chance that they were going to add him even if Tramell Jones still stayed in the fold. Florida State has turned it up for him. It was a program he was always high on, staying in state, playing with guys he knows a lot of regular students there. I think that Florida State is the team to beat for Carter Smith right now. He is currently slated to take an official visit to Wisconsin this weekend. So We'll see if the Badgers can change that narrative. But I think it's Florida State that leads for Carter Smith, one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the country.
And then you got Ohio State going into the state of Florida and landing a new tight end.
Yeah, Corbin Forom out of Jacksonville, the Bowl School, talked to him after his visit to Ohio State. Buckeyes are clearly the team to beat in his recruitment. Maybe he's closing in on an early decision. Colleague Chad Simmons also put in an on-3 RPM for Ohio State to land Fordham. The next Ohio State pick might be Anthony Turbo Rogers, four-star running back, currently committed to Alabama, was also at Ohio State this past weekend. I like where Ohio State's trending for Turbo Rogers as well.
All right, now let's talk about a big Nebraska flip pick on here at a position of major need for the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, Dawson Merritt on 300 edge player, linebacker, currently committed to Alabama. He is going to visit Nebraska this weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up in Lincoln already committed to the Huskers. Nebraska looking for another top 25 recruiting class. Dawson Merritt was one of their most coveted players regardless of position. Even though he committed to Alabama, Matt Rhule has been by the school to watch him play. He was at the win over Colorado in Lincoln, and now he's coming back this weekend. I think it's only a matter of time before he's in the class. And just like Grayson Littleton, by the time this video goes live, I wouldn't be surprised if he is a part of this Nebraska class as well.
What an exciting time for recruiting. You guys talk to us. How do you feel about some of these new flip picks from Steve? Let us know. Comment section below.